Alright, good evening everyone. I'm back again. It's time for more Final Fantasy XI. We are going to continue on with Promethea Mission 5.3 here today. As a reminder, this mission is split into 3 paths. We've done the first path with what's the character name again here? Laurence yesterday, or Monday here. So today we're going to start the path that is connected to Tenzin. I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to finish it all out today. It took around 3 hours last time, but we had a lot of downtime. But I don't want to spend 3 hours here tonight, unfortunately. Depending on how much editing we do, I tend to end up getting to bed very late if I do. But we'll see. We're going to get going and we'll find a decent place to stop, I think, somewhere along the line. But first things first, before we can get going, we need to actually start the quest line specifically for this path here. To do that, we need to head to Latium Plateau. So, let's go ahead and head out and warp over to Latium Plateau. So, again, this is a pretty long mission, seeing as it's basically 3 missions baked into one. But it will be the last mission for this chapter here, so I'm hoping we'll be able to go ahead and end it this week here. Here we are, to the plateau we go. And we're looking for spot G6 here, so we need to head up west and then we need to head up into the little outcropping here. Right down and to the left from the Ephemera. We'll see if we can show it off properly here. For now though, let's just mount up and we'll get going. You know what? Let's hop on our bird today, I think. Oh no, not the bird. The rat is the boar looking thing. That's fine as well. So, G6 is going to be a little bit of a trek here for us. It's fine. I think we need to head more west than anything else here, so west and slightly north should do it. We are gonna need to go around the scar here though, I suppose. There we go. Had to adjust my headset volume a little bit. So, I've looked at the description on the steps, not in detail, but yeah, get an overview of roughly where we're going and what we're doing. And they seem to be around the same amount of steps here that we did for Laurence's path. I'm not sure if they're all going to be as time intensive. Some of them may be more, some of them may be less. So it's going to be interesting to see where we end up here. So let's start off though. Let's Make sure we get to the right path here. We should be able to go on the south side of the next little valley here as well. Oh, well. Sometimes the terrain is treacherous here. So this is H7, we should be having G6 up ahead here. Let's see if we can find the actual place we need to interact with here. Yeah, the ghosts are obviously too weak to work well here. Here's the thing we're looking for. Let's dismount. And we'll see if we get the correct cutscene here. Apparently there's a few ones we can start from this one. Yeah, it looks to be the right one. A moment, Lafayette. Common rumor has it that one can meet here with the terrestrial avatar Carbuncle. Could this be true? Carbuncle, bringer of rainbows. I am Tenzin of the Far East, sent here across the sea at the behest of Phoenix. The keeper of the apocalypse has come to Vanadil, and 4 of the mother crystals are besieged by darkness. Yet in the face of this crisis, Bahamut and Diabolos do nothing to defend them. Diabolos draws souls into his dream world to shelter people from the emptiness, and Bahamut rallies his worms for the destruction of every lost person on Vanadil in the name of some ancient pact. Carbuncle, we all carry the curse of Prometheia within us, and it is not within our powers to lift this bane. But I cannot accept this as a justification for genocide. We are born as part of fate's design, and we will live the lives we have been given. You who have brought the soul of Phoenix across the waves, and you who carries the blessings of the Mother Crystal. You have finally come into contact with the will of Prometheia. I knew that even should the past be ground into dust, there would come a time when people would uncover the truth. No matter how tightly sealed, as long as it exists alongside the Mother Crystal, Prometheia's will shall one day awaken. That is why I have come to guide you to the power of the slumbering gods. As many people as possible must possess this strength to prevent the awakening of the Twilight God. The slumbering gods. You speak of the great avatars that dream away their existence in every corner of Vanadil. I sense that Phoenix does not approve of my actions. He who tries to save the world, and he who tries to save mankind. Bahamut and Diabolos would also surely oppose me if they knew of my plans. Every time the power of the avatars is granted to a person, it hastens the awakening of the sleeping gods. If the siphoning of energy continues, the boundaries of the crystal world they protect will shatter, and their true forms will manifest upon this world of Vanadil. And then a furious battle will ensue between the terrestrial avatars and the newly awakened gods. But I believe that this is the only option remaining to prevent Prometheia's rebirth. The awakening of Prometheia draws near. With the keeper of the apocalypse now among us, all that remains is for the gates of paradise to be opened. I don't understand. Has not the pursuit of the Gates of Paradise been the result of Prometheus' curse? If so, then everything has been for the purpose of awakening the Twilight Gods. Carbuncle. Destroying his minion ourselves is the only way to save the children of Altana. I beg of you to lend us the strength we need. Please tell us where to find the Keeper of the Apocalypse. You shine so brilliantly. I know that guiding light well. It is the light standing at your side, merging with your own, that fills you with hope. Very well. I will grant you my assistance. You will help us? 30 years ago, I sensed the birth of the Keeper of the Apocalypse. After a number of years, the presence faded, and I can no longer sense its location. However, the fiery bird of resurrection will continue to lead your steps on this journey. And that is why I will lend my strength to Phoenix's diminished soul. You have our thanks. Bringer of rainbows, I am delirious with joy at your words. Do not rejoice just yet, Hansen. The energy I will share with Phoenix does not exist here. It can be found in the city built by the Kulu on the outskirts of the Slakian capital, a place known as Sosha. The power we granted the Kulu in the ancient times should still be sealed within that city. Lafayette, venture deep within the ruins and open Carbuncle's gate. With the knowledge you now hold, you should be able to operate the device that lies within. As I have no strength for battle, this is the best that I can do. But I am sure you will find it helpful. Carbuncle, we are in your debt. Lafayette, this is the first terrestrial avatar to aid us in our cause. For the others, it will be welcome news indeed. But first we must secure the energy that is sealed within the ruins of Sorja. Let us rendezvous before the gates of Carbuncle. Alright then. Off we go. Let's just warp home, I think, and we'll use the book from there. Oh. I did accidentally move a little bit, but apparently I didn't interrupt my casting. So that's fine. So, to bosses in Glacier and Sosha we go. Specifically, we're apparently going to the Soshan Tower that is at J8 apparently. So we'll see where that takes us here. Forigandi, the Glacier, thank you. So 8 and J would be over to the right here. So it's going to be the eastmost tower, I believe. Here. So let's go ahead and mount up again. Is this the bird? Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure we've been down in this part of Sosha yet. I don't believe we have, but we'll see. Maybe we have, and maybe I just forgot about it, or maybe we didn't venture very deep into it. It's actually very possible that we haven't been through part of it here. Let's see. Down we go. It should be another ramp to the south here. I think it's up ahead here. Yeah. Should be down here to the left. Very good. And then we follow the cliff east and north. Well, here we are. Not sure how our level is going to stack up against the enemies down here, but we'll see. We are at 70 still. I do believe we can pick up some new weapons at 72, which is going to be useful. But for now, let's just head in and we'll see. Proceed onward, yes please. Before we get going, actually, let's go ahead and look at the mission description here. Oh. Spiral. With the aid of Carbuncle, the power of the Phoenix Blade will supposedly increase dramatically. However, you must first travel to Soja. Right. So, there's a set of doors here that we need to pass through. And I believe that we may have some enemies that are gonna spawn as we try to open them. We'll see how things go, but hopefully this shouldn't be too bad here. Yeah. Enemies here, anywhere? No. Ace lizards, too weak to be worthwhile. Vampire bats, same, should be fine. Let us make our way through them here. When we open the door, we have a bat that spawns, a gargoyle. I think get it pretty quickly here. Obviously, everything's relative here, but there we go. Ah, we do have a record of evidence here actually. They got the next one. Not sure where this is gonna count this from behind. It's fair possible it won't. No, doesn't look like it. We may find using sneak attack be a bit awkward here. But yes, we're gonna find our way through here until we get to the elevator at this center. Go. Since we picked up a few maze lizards on the way, let's take them out. Ah. Our new temporary record of events is going to be gain experience. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen a lot here, but see. We'll get some from our conflict record at least, I think. I guess when it spawns I could try to get it into the middle of the room, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be entirely worthwhile here. Blubberize. Like easy prey. Hopefully that should be fine. There's Gargoyle. I don't think the doors are gonna stay open very long once we beat these guys either, so we're just gonna try to move in as best we can. Tomber here doesn't seem to be fighting either. We do have this Blubberize aggro though, so let's check it out. Hopefully not pick out the Tomber as well. Go. Back. Sharp bite. Just trick pretty quickly. No one's following along, trying to hit us. That's good. See how long this takes. See if they is. Yeah. They have aggroed onto us. This one at the very least. The Tomber has as well. We can go ahead and Check out this one first. Door closed on the other one. I think we're fine there. We almost timed our expression there perfectly with another roll. There we go. This should put us around halfway through, I think. Yeah. Oh. I'm at just us. Seems like easy prey. Do they aggro? They don't seem to. Let's take out the Tomberry here then. There we go. Let's see how we do. Actually, I wonder... Are we use any of our abilities here as a thief? No, that is nothing. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and do the fighting here then. Here we are. Try to sneak attack as well. Millstone, probably aggro's off of magic. So we'll see. Is it following us? Doesn't appear to be. Should be fine then. There we are. Coming up to the last little section here. Let's see if we can get behind it well enough to actually get sneak attack off. This might do it. Seems to have done so. Still another 13 seconds off. The quick attack. So we'll save that for the next enemy. Right, let's see if we can avoid aggroing numbers here. I think we may end up failing here with Valerial doing a potential AoE, something like that. Here. We need to move our way through. Luckily we're not taking a lot of damage from some of these. Here we go. Take on the next one. That's easily enough done here. I'm not sure I needed to show you every door here, but I figure let's follow along so you can see the path in real time, as it were. Yep. That's the door. Let's head in. Let's see. Tombury seems blissfully unaware. We take on the last one. I believe this is the last one at least. Ah, even 200 evasion. While we're at it here. I really don't have an understanding really of how high my different skill levels should be at any given character level here, but here we are. Let's make sure we hide as we move down here as well. Set this this way. That's the avatar gate. Huh. Cutscene time. So this is the device which will provide us with the power of Carbuncle. Let us begin, Lafayette. I can hear the voice of Phoenix. She's telling us to return to the place where we first met Celsius. But that would be Juno. Let's have a look at the missions here. I think we may have gotten the next step here, yeah. Currently, ducal officials are busy with the preparation to battle the Worm King, Bahamut. Return to Juno in order to track down the mysterious boy. Indeed. So, let's go ahead and warp back again. And we're gonna head to Juno. And specifically, I think we're gonna head back to the clinic. So that would be Upper Juno. Upper Juno near the Mog House should be fine. So, let's go ahead and see if the doctor has anything to tell us about this whole situation. Is it this way? I think it is. Yeah, there we are. Alright, there's one more point here. I always forget about that. Hello, Doctor. Lafayette, it seems as if you have experienced a trying ordeal in the Northlands. I have attempted to gather information from the Ducal Guard, however, none are willing, or should I say allowed, to speak of the matter, though the fear in their eyes tells much. And that is not all. Recently, there have been unsettling rumors that the end of the world is near. Those rumors also say that the young patient that I treated, the girl who had her amulet stolen, is connected with all this in some manner. I even heard that the Ducal Guard has a warrant out for her arrest. Preposterous. Lady Preach is simply being used. The true criminal is that boy. Why, if it's not... I apologize for my sudden entrance, Doctor. Lafayette, something terrible is underway. I have come from the Grand Duke Palace, where I heard of the Duchess's ridiculous plan. Juno has begun to mobilize the Ducal Guard in preparation for an attack on Bahamut. Yes, Bahamut has threatened Vanadil with the promise of apocalypse. However, he is still one of the terrestrial avatars, bound to protect our world. There must be some way to persuade the Conqueror of the Skies, and that is why I requested to accompany the commander of this operation, Lady Eshantari. Unfortunately, the commander was not one to listen to reason. She is convinced that it would be futile to try and communicate with Bahamut, and the only way to save the people of Vanadil is to attack the Worm King and his minions before they attack our cities. Excuse me, sir. I'm not sure if I fully comprehend what you're trying to say. Bahamut is readying to launch an attack on the four nations. That cannot be true. But if it was, have the leaders of the nations been informed? Have their armies begun preparations? Unfortunately, Sandoria, Bastok, and Windurst more than likely remain oblivious to the situation at hand, and even if they did know, they would have no means of mounting a counterattack. Bahamut is known as the Conqueror of the Skies for a reason. The power he and his minions possess is beyond anything we could imagine. The power to control time and space. Control time and space? The moment he and his minions were to arrive above our cities would be the moment of our defeat. We would have no choice but to accept annihilation. But I feel there is still a way. Lady Ashantari informed... Sorry, let's take it again. Lady Ashantari mentioned that Bahamut is currently building up the energy necessary for teleporting his fellow worms to the locations of attack. If we could reach Bahamut before he has stored enough power, we may be able to persuade him not to begin his ambush on Vanadil. Persuade him? The end of the world is right before us, and you want to sit down and chat with the bringer of that destruction? Exactly. With the Phoenix Blade and Lafayette by my side, I am positive that I can convince Bahamut to spare the lives of those on this world. But to succeed, I require your assistance, Doctor. I need to know where that boy was first discovered. Understood. Wolfgang, captain of the Ducal Guard, ordered me not to reveal this information to anyone. However, I am afraid I no longer have any choice. On the first floor of Delkfoot's tower, there's a large doorway that leads into the deeper areas of the spire. It is somewhere down there that the boy mysteriously appeared. A large central chamber. But that is all I remember. I am extremely grateful for all you have done for us, Doctor. Come, Lafayette, we have no time to lose. Ah, but there is a door. A locked door, and only Wolfgang knows how to open it. I have no worries, as Phoenix will lead the way. Lafayette, make your preparations quickly and meet me at the tower. Lafayette, it may be a worthless effort, but let me ask Wolfgang for the key to that chamber. While sometimes misled, he is a man who strongly believes in justice. He may feel that it is solely his duty to protect the world on the eve of its destruction. We must let him know that there are those of us who also follow the same path as he. Here, take this envelope to the palace guard post. I will be praying for your success, Lafayette. Alright, to the Duke's Palace we go. We get an envelope from Monborough. Here we go. Dr. Monborough has asked you to deliver this message to the Ducal Guard, Captain Wolfgang. Inside is a tiny slip of paper with a drawing of what looks like Batalia Downs and the inscription K9N. So let's head to the palace. Current region, Reloot Gardens. Is it number 1? I think it's number 1. Let's see. North is this way. We're looking for Permosiel. And I wonder if he's up here or if he's down in one of the corridors. Probably one of the corridors here. Let's have a look. The guard post. Ah, there you are. What is this? You say you have business with the captain? Ah, Lafayette. I was looking for you. Eshantari, Duke Vicarious, would like to hear your account of what transpired in the Northlands. What is this envelope? From Dr. Montbarrow. Why would he... However, first things first. Follow me. Ah, welcome back, adventurer. I see that you were unsuccessful in protecting the fourth crystal. And now it is looking more and more like you are the one who is leading the boy. Relax, adventurer. I am not blaming you for anything. Nagmolada kept the secret of the amulet to himself. It is his foolishness that acted as a catalyst for what occurred in the Northlands. And now that we know the true identity of the boy, there is no reason to further suspect your nation's involvement. I apologize for not trusting you. However, now we must put aside our misunderstandings and unite to save our world from being destroyed. Will you help us protect the Mother Crystals? I'm not sure if this dialogue matters here, but I guess we'll join forces with Juno. Play along if nothing else. Lafayette. In the presence of the fourth crystal, I have learned that a strange occurrence took place. Is it true that the girl you took with you actually helped Sylphius and thwarted the plans of our Nagmolada? It is extremely important that you do not withhold information from us. Sort of. I see. The Duchy is currently searching for that girl. We do not wish to punish her. We feel that she may be in grave danger. We must find her so we can protect her. The first threat to her will be Nagmolada. He is already attempting to make it seem as if the fall of the fourth crystal was the girl's fault. If he finds her, he will more than likely poison her mind, preventing her from speaking of anything that may harm his plan. The second threat will be the boy, Celsius. His destination will most surely be the fifth and final crystal. However, this crystal lies deep beneath the sea, and the only one who knows how to reach it is the girl. Finally, the third threat will consist of assassins from the south. You may have already heard the rumors of the Mithran sin hunters who have crossed the southern seas to try the theologians of Thamnasia. These hunters will not give up until they have punished all those they seek. And that is why we need your help, Lafayette. If you find the girl, bring her here. No harm will be brought to her. I swear on the name of the goddess. Lady Eshantari. Lafayette, did you tell them everything that happened in the Northlands? My plan was flawless. If it wasn't for the despicable girl Preesh, I would have captured Celsius, and this whole ordeal would have been solved. That girl heard the whisper of Celsius' soul, sang the Memoria de la Stona, and helped him escape. The testament of affinity she possesses. It connects the hearts and souls of men. Celsius has been using that to control her. But now we have the chance to find out his true intentions. If we can capture the girl, we can use her to tap into Celsius' mind. We can learn if he truly arrived to save Altair. You miserable man! Are you saying Celsius does not know that our crusade ended long ago? You fool! Are you saying Celsius does not know that the celestial capital was destroyed long ago? Perhaps it is we who do not know that the true outcome of the crusade, or the true fate of our capital. I propose that an expedition be sent to Altair. There, we may find the answers to why Celsius survived all the centuries. There we go. And why he continues to poison the mother crystals. And that is why we must first investigate the line leading to the 5th crystal. Please, grant me access to the crystal terminal. I understand why you feel an expedition to Altair necessary. However, Kamlano has already made a decision on this matter. I seem to recall that you have been given orders to research the Moblin city that was discovered near Bastok. All affairs concerning Celsius has been left to Ashantari. You are not to interfere. But Lady Ashantari has been given the assignment of Bahamut. Celsius is a much graver problem than you can imagine. I do not think. Yes, you do not think. Did you really believe attacking the boy with the Eye of Altana would defeat him? Your impudence is the cause of all our troubles. But... Nagmalada, do not misunderstand us. Kamlano does not intend to pry at your faults. The reason we have entrusted you with the Moblin investigation is because your excellent Kulu powers of negotiation are vital for the success of the mission. But Lady Shantari, you do not realize how powerful the boy has become. Now with the eye gone and the path to the 5th crystal sealed, how do you plan on dealing with him? I do not think you even have a plan. Very well, let me inform you how we plan to stop Celsius. We can draw him forth without traveling to the 5th crystal. We can seal him without your precious Eye of Altana. How? You can hear me, can you not, Celsius? It is I who possesses the other amulet you seek. I am waiting, Celsius. Come and fulfill the pact. Here, take this envelope back to the doctor. It does not belong to me. But why would he try to... I'm realizing that I probably have been mispronouncing her name all this time. Looking closely here, it seems that her name is Eshantarl, not Eshantari. But then again... the text isn't always very readable at this size here. Let's head back to the doctor, I think. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what the doctor has to say. I think this is another optional step, but we might as well do it. I see by his reaction that Wolfgang understood the meaning of the map. Where should you go? That's a secret, Lafayette. Though, if you think hard enough, I feel you will come to understand. Again, let's have another look at the key item. Looks like a drawing of Talia Downs and the inscription K9N. So we're gonna head out to Talia Downs from here. This should be the exit, I believe, that we take. So, we are luckily here very close to K9, so we're gonna go ahead and head out and look at the area there. I feel pretty sure that we're gonna find the thing we're looking for there. Let's see if we can find a question mark spot here somewhere. So we are in K9. I'm not seeing the spot that we're looking for though. There we are. Not sure what they mean with the end, but probably north. Let's go ahead and have a look. You will not find anything of interest there, Lafayette. This place, a long time ago in Juneau, there were these two boys, the best of friends, always sticking their noses in the places they did not belong, fighting, getting into trouble. One day, the boys found a shard of blue glass. There was nothing special about it. It was probably just a broken bottle from one of the local pubs. However, to those boys, it was a fabulous treasure. Looking through the glass allowed the boys to see the world in a different light. It made the town new and exciting. The two would spend hours arguing over who was to use it next. But in time, the buildings and the bridges began to bore them, and one day the boys decided that they would defy their father's warnings and sneak out of the city gates just to have a look at the rest of the world. For a member of the Ducal Guard, coming this far is a simple task, but for two young boys who had never ventured beyond the borders of their hometown, their little journey was a grand adventure. And on that journey they brought their treasure. And why they gazed at the towering of the duchy through the soft blue glass, they realized the strength, the beauty, and the grandeur that was Juneau. They were awestruck by the sight of their hometown. The excitement they felt by watching Juneau from that spot drew them back there numerous times. However, one day, one of the boys said a strange thing. Juneau's amazing whether you look at it through the glass or not. Monborough. It has been a long time since we both visited this place. Look at this city. It's just as beautiful today as it was when we were boys, wouldn't you say, Wolf? Why have you come here, Monborough? I've been so busy lately, I just thought I would come here to rest a spell. Why are you here? I I was just patrolling the area. I see. Wolfgang. Hmm? You know that glass is mine. What? Don't you remember when we buried it? You said the treasure is yours. I don't need it anymore. I never said such a thing. Where's your proof? Do you have it in writing, huh? I don't see any signatures. Some things never change, do they, Wolf? If you want it, it's yours. The shard should still be right there where we buried it. No. That treasure was neither mine nor yours. It was ours. Wolf? The true reason I came here was to bury the glass. I guess I never told you that I dug it up and kept it in my room. Recently, I seem to have lost sight of what I truly need to protect in this world. When I was a boy, staring at the duchy from this hill, I thought that I had finally realized that what my father was risking his life to protect. Coming here today reminded me of that. And hopefully I will never again forget. I'll be seeing you, Burrow. Now, where did I put that key? I hope I did not bury it by mistake. Oh well. What is another slap on the wrist and a cut in pay? I have a successful doctor friend to buy all the rounds the next time we go to the pub. And who would that happen to be? I guess I was right. My old friend hasn't changed a bit. Ah, Lafayette. If I were you, I'd see what the captain has buried over there. I have a feeling it's something that may be useful to you on your quest. But I request that you leave the other treasure where it rests. Allow the memories of two young boys to live on, even if it is for just a little while longer. Right, interact again. Something is buried underneath a piece of light blue glass. You should leave the glass where it is. And we now get a Dogfoot recognition device. What does that do? Well, let's have a look. This card-shaped key is needed to unlock a door in the Dogfoot's tower that leads to a secret laboratory. So we're heading to Juno, and then we're gonna head into the Dogfoot's tower. So let's head up to the Relieved Garden so we can teleport over there, I think. Actually, we can probably teleport from here, I think. Would be Kupim Island. 1.1 should be close enough, I think. It'll be a little extra travel, but we do save a couple of taps on it. Really, we need to head north from here? Yeah, the tower's just here. So let's head inside and bring our friends out as we try to look into what's going on in the cellar here. Too quick on the draw, but we'll get the most of the process out here. We just need to manually grab Valneral here again. There we go. I'm assuming it would be just straightforward here. Maybe it won't be. Look here. H5. H5, so it would be at the very top corridor there. That's over there then. At this point, we should be well past the level where we need to worry about any of the enemies in here. There we are. K7. J6. J5, I5. So this should be the door in question. Something huge is bearing down on you. South Rydal starts casting Tornado. Well. We'll see if we can build our TP quickly enough to get an actual attack off. 20 seconds away or so from our next sneak attack as well. We'll probably get another sneak attack off, but I'm assuming we won't actually be able to use our TP here. Maybe we will. No, we won't. Let's have a look at the door again. Another cutscene. Lafayette, where did you get that key? Captain of the Ducal Guard. Well, well, well. Excellent timing. Great minds think alike, wouldn't you say, Lafayette and Tenson? Never thought it would be you two who helped me. I too have some very important business on the other side of that door. Ah, what a grand sight. The 5 mother crystals. It is this contraption that protects them as they slumber beneath Vanadil. Protects them? So that is the purpose of this tower. Exactly. The 5 crystals are connected by the 5 crystal lines that all converge on this very place. For many centuries, we have monitored the lines, protected the radiance of the crystals. However, when the Worm King, Bahamut, arrived, the 5 crystal lions began acting strangely. We could no longer control them. And then came Celsius. He came here? Sir Nangmulada, are you saying that the boy came here via the crystal line? Which means, by traveling back through the line, he can... Exactly. He can reach the 5th crystal. However, it is not as easy as you may think. The lines were not built as a path for men. They were built to gather the light of the 5 mother crystals. The true reason Celsius was able to enter this place was because he was aided by a guardian of the crystals. A terrestrial avatar. A terrestrial avatar? It's all clear now. Phoenix led me to this place to show me the way to the celestial capital of Altair. Phoenix led you here. That's truly unfortunate. If this only had happened before Sosha was reactivated. Reactivated? What do you mean by that, Nangmulada? The ruins of Sosha were once the homes of my Kulu brothers and sisters. However, at the onset of the Kulu war with the Silart, the terrestrial avatars lent us their power and helped transform the area into an impenetrable stronghold. And deep below the ruins is a device that blocks the flow of energy through the crystal line. Eshantarl has repaired that device. Repaired it? Why would she do such a thing? I no longer know what the society is plotting. That is why I came here, to find out their true intentions. Are you surprised? I guess that to you we are ancients. Kulu and Silart are all the same. However, that could not be further from the truth. The Silart were blessed with the ability to subliminally communicate with all those around them. They possessed the whisper of the soul. It was this ability that made the bonds between them unbreakable. However, there were those who were born without the whisper, the Kulu. My people were destined from birth to sit outside the bonds of the Silartian community. But we bystanders were able to ascertain the truth. And it was this that helped us survive the crusades of 10,000 years ago. The Silart, the terrestrial avatars, Celsius. Once again, their sins will deface Vanadil and undermine the children. That is terrible. If you know of such a battle brewing, why do you not attempt to stop it? Why must we fight with the avatars? Such a battle would be meaningless. Our true enemies are the emptiness and the evil boy that is spreading it. Ha! Is that what you have to say? Tenzin, when are you going to stop being led around on a leash like a measly dog? When are you going to see what the terrestrial avatars really want? Listen, I told you this once before. Celsius is nothing but a traitor. 10,000 years ago, he prevented the Silart from obtaining what they desired. Now he is simply attempting the same thing. The records stored in the crystal line observation equipment have shown me the reason why Celsius travels to the mother crystals. By touching the shards, he is able to drain them light, their power. The crystal's power. To accomplish our task, we had to gather the power of the crystals and fuse it into one. To do that, we needed to repair and revive the Silartian machines that were damaged in the accident that occurred 10,000 years ago. With the machines working again, we were able to slowly draw the light of the crystals. When he realized he could no longer single-handedly take on the whole nation of Juno, he turned to the crystals instead. And when he laid his hands upon them, their powers flowed from the facets like water rushing from a broken dam. This sudden loss of power resulted in a disruption in the space surrounding the crystals. Without the life-giving light of the crystals shining upon it, space became overwhelmed with darkness, the emptiness. But Sylphius first appeared on Vanadil the same time as Bahamut. In my home nation, there were many reports of the emptiness eating its way through the land long before Bahamut even arrived. Wait, you just said that you were slowly draining the light of the crystals. That will mean that the cause of the emptiness in the east is you, the Silart. I was beginning to wonder when you would realize that, Tenson. But do not misunderstand us. It was never our intention to harm Vanadil with the emptiness. While we lay in slumber for the past 10,000 years, things changed. The crystals changed. Especially the fifth crystal, deep below Altair. When the celestial capital was destroyed and sunk to the bottom of the sea, the crystal was damaged. The data that it returns is very odd indeed. However, you need not worry. Once the gate of the gods is opened, the crystal will return to their former state. And once they do, the emptiness will disappear in the crystal's radiance. The Silart will have accomplished their dream. Only the wretched terrestrial avatars stand in our way. That is enough. Before I slice you in two, I will give you the opportunity to recall the words of Diabolos. Wake up. You are all bound like marionettes by the chains of Prometheia. When the gates of paradise open, our world will be no more. But with an end always comes a new beginning. Tenson, have you asked your precious Phoenix what it actually happens when our world is no more? What do you mean? Yes, the world we live in now is nothing but an illusion. Compared to paradise, Vanadil is a cesspool, festering with pain and suffering, lost hopes and dreams. Strict values waver in the winds of uncertainty, while you pilfer your precious time struggling to recognize the truth that peer back at you through the darkness. You are inclined to search aimlessly for hints of who you truly are, though you rarely discover them, and it is this failure that ultimately forces you to tread a vague path for their miserable lives. Even confessions of the soul result in disagreements and inconsistency, thrusting your pitiful masses into utter chaos. It is this chaos that breeds evil, an evil that propels you into justifying deeds of malevolence to maintain your false sense of purity. You were born into this world, and this is the only world you know. That is why you fear its end. You fear it, and you fight it. The terrestrial avatars recognize this characteristic of your people and have used it to their advantage. Why? Have you ever wondered why the terrestrial avatars are named so? It is because they, too, were born of Vanadil. If Vanadil returns to paradise, they will be nothing but mere animals. But you people are nothing but puppets. Your strings tied to the fingers of the terrestrial avatars, destined to a life of slavery. Why not open your eyes to the truth? Now that you realize your true enemies are the avatars who claim to protect you, your journey through darkness is over. You can leave the rest to me. I shall change your destinies. The light Celsius has gathered from the mother crystals. If the celestial capital of Altair still does exist, then the Silart's plan is... This monitoring device will inform me of the crystal's memories. The memories will guide me. Let your memories show me the truth I seek. I'm only receiving partial data. There's still too much interference coming from the fifth crystal. But that image, I've seen it somewhere before. It was the chamber of eventide. And that was Eshantarl. Yes, it's all clear now. Could it be? Nagmolada said that the terrestrial avatars are using us to prevent people from waking up and realizing the truth. But if that is true, the people who gave their lives for this flame, Phoenix, answer me. To grant you this form, lives were lost, villages destroyed. The lifeblood you drank for my people. Was it not to save Vanadil? Was it not to breathe hope and back into her children? Once again you tell me to visit Fenrir. Where? The southern tower of Sorsha? Is that all? We shall see what truth the final avatar presents us with. We shall see if we simply are being made fools of. Right, let's have a look at missions again. I believe this is going to be our last step here, this one. And the compass guides. Through the words of Naglada have reinstated fear and despair into the heart of Tenzin. He is determined to continue his journey to Sorsha and find the guardian of the moon, Fenrir. So. One last step here, I believe. And that will probably be a good place for us to stop here, I would assume. It'll probably be close to around 2 hours of total session time here. And we've been having a relatively consistent action here, I think, so I don't think I'm going to be doing any additional editing here, so we're just going to upload this directly from Twitch to YouTube, I think. So, back to the glacier again. Here we go. So we're looking for the tower at H10. So that's the far southern tower here. So we're gonna head down the way we went last time, but we're gonna head south instead of north once we get down to the bottom tier here. Yeah. We'll use Raptor, that's fine. I think we may need to be sneaking in that tower, as depending on things go, but that's what the guide here seems to indicate at least. So I hope we have enough oils to sneak properly. Luckily, we are well set for invisibility, so I don't have any real concerns there. But yes, this should be the last step we need to get through here to actually finish out this leg of the mission here, and then we'll just have Ulmia's path, the end. Our attack speed is reduced. Oh well. By the time we reach tower, that's gonna be far gone. How's the stone golem here? Too weak to be worthwhile. It's always fun to come back to what was once, you know, late game areas and then realize, oh, I'm crushing everything here without even trying. Now then, we head south once we get down here. I think it's directly through here. Yeah. Here we are. Down the tower we go. Dismount. Inside. Now we may need to follow some directions here in order to get the correct path. Lafayette, I am truly sorry. You did not have to come. It is my fault that you have become a tool of the terrestrial avatars. The Phoenix Blade has confirmed what Nagmalada said. When the gates of paradise open, the terrestrial avatars will return to their original form, mere beasts. The slumbering gods will awake, and the Vanadil we know will be transformed into a paradise, blessed with their glory. However, with their awakening, the Lord of Chaos shall also return. Whether this is good or bad, not even Phoenix knows. Not even Phoenix knows. And so countless lives were lost in my country to the far east. The Phoenix Blade was forged from the flames of resurrection, the flames left by Phoenix. Its sole purpose, to destroy the emptiness. However, it lacked the power to fulfill that mission. It required the strength only obtained by taking innocent lives. The number of people who were ultimately sacrificed is unspeakable. Bandits and criminals were the first to be taken. Soon, villages that could not pay their tributes began offering sacrifices in place of money or crops. Finally, the lives of those who had fallen into slumber of the emptiness were taken as they slept, unaware of the fate that had befallen them. To you, the tactics chosen by my country may sound barbaric. However, my people realize that this is only part of their destiny. They accept their deaths in exchange to prevent the deaths of others. They know that with their passing, they will have protected the world their children and their grandchildren will inherit. Lafayette, my country has entrusted me with a great task and I am here to fulfill it. One aspect of that task is to protect the Phoenix Blade with my life. I must follow orders at any cost, and that is why I need you to promise me. If Phoenix leads me down a path that defies the will and morality of men, then you will do what is right for this world. Now, I must continue, Lafayette. It is said that deep within this tower, the power of Fenrir sleeps, and one can speak with the Avatar if his power is released. I can only pray my spirit remains as strong as yours. Alright then. Let's go ahead and call our trusts. Right. I believe there's going to be some one-way walls here that we're going to go through, but before we do anything, let's go ahead and use some oil. Look at the map. Yeah. And let's go ahead and become invisible. Then we'll check out the enemies along the way and see how they are compared to us. Easy prey. Decent challenge. Oop. Right, so that's what happens when we get to those areas, huh? Apparently we're gonna go through and see if we can walk all the way around to near where we began at I-8. Okay. Yeah. Let's see, walk around and see if this works here. This would probably close, no? I figured it would. Maybe we head in here. If we head through. Yeah, I'm not really understanding exactly the gimmick here, I think. Oh, we may have actually been... No, are we here now? Or did we overshoot it? I think we overshot it. Or we may need to actually head to the very end here. Alright, we can go through again. I'll make a note that I'm not one turning around there. For some reason, the camera just turns around to show you that the wall is closing, I suppose. Rather than just pull in close to your character. Huh? Did that time, huh? Okay, this time let's walk all the way around here. And we'll head up here again, I guess. This should still take us to I-8, but we may be in the correct room potentially for it here. Yeah. Head west through the wall and then fall down the hole. exit to the south. And this should bring us to the elevator. And once this is done, let's head over here. Avatar gate. Go ahead and not be invisible anymore. Let's see what Fenrir has to say. I am Fenrir. Though I am no longer of a body, my spirit continues to roam the heavens. However, my strength has begun to fade, as do stars come morn. O guardian of the moon, my name is Tenzin. I have come from a land far to the east, the blade born of Phoenix at my side. Great misfortune has befallen Vanadil. The four mother crystals have lost their power. We are overtaken by the emptiness. Vanadil trembles at the arrival of the Keeper of the Apocalypse. To save our world, we require your strength and your wisdom. Can you offer us your assistance? So you still choose the path to live and die with the children of the dawn, the path of the terrestrial avatars, the path of the people. I apologize, but I do not quite understand what you are trying to tell us. Memories of 10,000 years ago. They will guide you. Witness the vows of ancient times, the decisions made before I fade into the morning sky. Where are we? Could this be Fenrir's vision? If we are truly witnessing the civilization's past, then those fighting with Fenrir are our ancestors? Listen carefully, people of Vanadil. Though you have accepted Twilight, you still choose to remain on this world. You did not heed our warnings, and now the light of the crystals has begun to fade. Chaos is upon you. There is nothing more we can do for you now. We no longer have time for idle chatter. If you wish to remain as you are, leave this place immediately. There is still time before the pact between the terrestrial avatars and Celsius is fulfilled. Go, live your lives, until the flames of your souls have flickered out. Wait, our future is not yet decided. We have come to request of you a new destiny. A new destiny? I should repeat myself one last time. Your destinies have been recorded in the pages of the universe. The answers given by the mother crystal become truth. The memories of the crystals have been uttered. These words cannot be changed. Yes, we understand. As time passes, the life force that dwells within us all becomes tainted. darkness is born. And then comes one who harvests that darkness, the keeper of the apocalypse, and he will lead us into the twilight. This destiny is not decided by you and cannot be changed using even the divination power of the stars or the moon. It is a given. However, I traveled to my homeland and spoke with the dying Celsius. And he told me, if the keeper of the apocalypse is defeated, then the pact with the terrestrial avatars would be broken. You are correct, but you can only succeed by first breaking the chains that bind your people. With Celsius gone, who is there left with the strength, courage, to accomplish that daunting task? Who is there left to bear forth an answer to an answerless riddle? I am left. I have found the answer. Celsius told me that he was trying to accomplish because he wished for me to continue in his footsteps. It cannot be. You are the one who escaped from the curse of the emptiness. Even my readings could not predict this crossing of destinies. You have broken free from the circle of life. You may be able to watch over the destinies of mankind until the end arrives. But when it does, when the keeper of the apocalypse rises up, you will be powerless. And you will witness every man and woman on Vanadil blindly march into the void of twilight, their arrogance, apathy, cowardice, rage, and envy drawing them deeper and deeper into the darkness. Yes. However, there is still hope. The life force of men is strong. They will persevere along the river of time till an answer is found. Fenrir, guardian of the moon, we await your divination. Tell us of the fated era. Tell us of the fated land. If we know only when and where the keeper of the apocalypse will rise forth, we will find a way to defeat him. Mankind will find a way. The fated era. The fated land. The hardships that accompany the destiny you so desire to bear are beyond any you could even imagine. However, this may be the only true form of retribution for your past sins. Are you ready to take upon your back the destiny of all mankind? Then I am not one to stand in your way. Let the moon reading begin. And so, destiny has spoken. After 10,000 years of sleep, the keeper of the apocalypse will rise once again. In Tavnasia. Lafayette, could Fenrir's words be the truth, or simply some form of trickery? After 10,000 years of sleep, the keeper of the apocalypse will rise once again. In Tavnasia? 10,000 years have passed. Tavnasia, the abhorrent one. But I must return to the stock and speak with Lady Ulmia immediately. Here we go. So, back to the stock. And that's where we're going to end things here tonight. We should be able to just speak to Sid, and that will end this particular leg of the mission. Then we have the last path left for Friday here, when we go to seek out Breach again on this path. For now though, let's go ahead up. Current region, Metalworks 1. There we go. There we go. Here we are. Actually, let's see if there's any update to the mission here. No, not really. That's fine. Master Sid, has Lady Ulmia returned? And what of Lady Preach? Whoa, calm down now. Why don't you tell us what happened? The terrestrial avatars told you that. It's so hard to believe, but some of the things Nagmolada said do make some sense. For example, the recent strange energy readings from the crags. I've studied those as well. But I never imagined that the remnants of the ancients were trying to do something as crazy as that. Using the lines to converge the energy from all 5 crystals. And ultimately use that concentrated power to open the gates of paradise. I am not positive, but with that much energy, opening the gates may not be as impossible as it sounds. And with all the technology those hooded scientists in Juno have. But wait a minute. Didn't they already try opening the gates 10,000 years ago and fail miserably? Just look at their capital. It's sunk to the bottom of the sea. Until we find out what the paradise place really is, we can't let the Silart go on doing as they please. That is true, but we must first face the problem that lies before us. Keeper of the Apocalypse. I was certain that Celtius was the one we were searching for, but after hearing the testimony of Fenrir, that the Keeper of the Apocalypse would be born onto Tavnasia. Tenson, according to what you've told me, Breach's treatment in Tavnasia was quite out of the ordinary. Are you trying to say that it's because she is the Keeper? While it pains me to believe so, all the recent events seem to point to that conclusion. I have asked Felix numerous times for an answer, but she only replies that she too does not know. But if it is true, if Breach is the Keeper of the Apocalypse, then there is only one thing I can do. Hold on, Tenson. We still don't know for sure if she's the one. Yeah, she's a little rude and a little crude, and heck, a lot of her wilder than I like most of my company. But once you get past that, you realize that she's one of the most honest people you'll ever meet. I couldn't imagine her lying to a soul, let alone be untrue to herself. Tenson, you can't truly believe that she has inherited the will of Prometheus, can you? However, I cannot doubt what I saw. I believe that Fenrir showed me what he did for a reason. It is the sole wish of the terrestrial avatars to keep the gates of paradise closed. Anyone who attempts to open the gates will undoubtedly become their enemy. Perhaps the will of Prometheus remains dormant within Lady Breach. Perhaps she simply has not realized that she carries the seed of twilight. Well, there's one way to find out, and that's finding Breach. We can decide what to do then, even if that involves... We do have some good news for you, though, Tenson. It sounds like Laurence was able to find Celtius. On top of that, we may also have found a way to get the 5th mother crystal under the North Sea. You what? If you want the details, you should go talk to Laurence yourself. Rabat, would you tell Tenzin where he can find his companions? Lafayette, to tell you the truth, I think we may be in over our heads here. Up until now, whether it be for science or justice, I've never thought too deeply about what I was getting into. I just took the ball and ran with it as fast as I could. But this time a little voice in the back of my head is telling me that I should be careful. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old. It's those ancients that you keep talking about. If they're rooted firmly in Juno, there may not be anything we can do to pull them out. Fighting worms and beastmen is bad enough. I shudder to think what would happen if the Duchy's army was thrown into the mix. There's something else that's been bothering me. This far eastern country that Tenzin has supposedly traveled from. Even the pirates of Norg know little about it. How do we know if we can really trust him? Who speaks the truth and who peddles lies? It is becoming harder and harder to tell. I see a storm brewing on our horizon. If we don't take care, our ship may sink, and everything we have fought for up to now may be lost. If you really want to save your nation and its people, you have to be strong. See things with your own eyes. Make decisions with your own heart. Don't be fooled by those with ulterior motives. Oh, sorry about that, Lafayette. I didn't mean to sound like a father scolding his son. I know I just told you to make a decision with your own heart, but I think that another good thing for you to do is to find Preesh. Ulmia said she was going to Sandoria to look for her. Why don't you go and see if she's found anything? If Preesh is the abhorrent one like Tenzin says she is, then our only key to saving her will be Ulmia. Hurry, Lafayette. I don't think that we have much more time. We have to get to Preesh before. The plot thickens, huh? This was a pretty revelatory episode, I think. Let's go ahead and head to the Mog House and we'll end things there. But yeah, I think we've gone through this. Yeah, around an hour. That's probably where I would have been if I hadn't had to wait some additional time because I missed the boat last time as well. So let's go to the Mines Mog House. Yes, please. Let's see here to the left. There we are. So next time I think we're going to be doing some fighting, but for now we're going to end this here. Have a look at the mission is to show what we're going to be doing next time. We're Messenger Scabber. Ulmia has a journey to Sandoria. Start for any word on the whereabouts of Preesh. So, once that's done, we'll be able to continue on with the mission. We'll finish up chapter 5, I believe, and we'll be on to Information Mission 6-1. Now, that's just it for tonight, though. We'll be back again on Friday, where we'll continue on with the Ulmia's path here. If things go as they did tonight here, I'm hoping that we'll be able to do it in around an hour, around 2 hours, give or take. But this is it for tonight here. Thank you all very much for following along. Thank you for showing interest here. Thank you for hating in the chat room if that's something you feel like doing. And I'll be back again on Friday where we'll continue on, finish out the last piece of the mission here. And once that's done, we can continue on with the next chapter. So, thank you all. I'll see you next time. And until then, take care. Good night, everyone.